was a long intro. Hello and welcome. This is It's Always About Love, and I'm Life Coach Lee Evans. I'm here with psychotherapist Lynn Lara. Lynn has been in private practice for many years, and today she brings all of that experience and wisdom to help you. We are here to answer your relationship questions. It's our desire to help you and make what you learn from this podcast usable in your life right now. Do you have a situation in your life, something that's bothering you? Send an email to us at its always about love, the number 1 at gmail.com. Now let's get started. Are you there, Lynn?
You know that I'm here.
Yes, I do.
Hi, Lee. Oh, gosh. Lee, listen to this. I would like to pronounce you as the second life coach who specializes in parental estrangement. I'm the first. It's true. It's true. Because that is what I specialize in. And you do too. You do too now. So I'd like for us to call you, not the second, but life coach specializing in parental estrangement.
Whoa, thank you.
You're welcome. It's true. You do it, and nobody else does. I mean, there are other people who, no. And I think we're the best. Oh, I'm going to get myself in trouble. No, I'm not. Okay, honey. That's just what I was thinking when I listened to you. So we'll get you a certification out that says that.
Oh.
So you can put it on your wall.
Oh, great. I like that. Thank you. And thank you, our listeners.
And if you had that thing that was applause, you could applaud for yourself right now.
Oh, hold on, let's see if they're out there. Yep.
It just doesn't sound. It sounds like wind. It's okay. Yay! Congratulations.
Oh, I am so appreciative and grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, aren't we? Aren't we grateful for what we're doing?
Yes.
This is so wonderful. Tell me what we're supposed to start with today.
We have a listener's email, and it starts out, "Hello, Lynn."
Let's see, where is that? Are you sure I have it? I don't see it.
I will make sure you have it in a few.
Hello, Lynn.
Okay.
Here it is. I have been on the dating website. That's it. Okay.
Yes.
Is that the only one, or is it then the?
That's it.
Just okay. But you said it's a long one.
It's a long one.
So. Okay.
They're a good writer.
Listen. If you wrote us a long email, listener, I want you to know that I appreciate it because I've asked you guys to send me all the information that I need. And maybe this one will get the prize for being the most information. And I'm going to read it, right, Lee? Okay. Why, this is little size font. Okay. Hello, Lynn. I have been on the dating website and have been dating this new guy for 1 month now, and things were fine at the start. I want you to know, listen, listeners, I have not read this yet, so, which is fine. I just as soon read it just before we do something. So, things were fine at the start, but soon everything came out at once. And it wasn't pretty. My new guy, you guys all say it differently, ends up telling me how he never really knows what to do as far as us going out on dates. Then he says, "Oh, I like you, but I'm not into anything that you like. We don't have anything in common. I like having you with me, but I never know what to do when we're together." Then he says he doesn't know if he wants to still date me or not. Okay. This has been going on for a month. Okay. But then it all comes out. He ends up saying how he doesn't know how to date because it's been a long time since he has dated. His last relationship ended almost 2 years ago. He was in a relationship that for almost 5 years. Let's see. Oh, that's not going to make sense. He was with someone for 5 years, lived with her for 3 years, and has been on the dating scene for about 1 year. The reason why his ex and him broke things off was because she cheated on him with a few guys behind his back, and he never knew until later and cut ties altogether after that. That's so painful, you guys. I hurt for you every time I hear something like this. It doesn't end there, though. He says him and her did fight. So when she would get mad because he wouldn't take her out when she wanted him to, he wouldn't pay attention to her. He got even with her. No. And he would flirt, with other girls only because he thought she was cheating on him. Yeah, that's not the way to do it, though. I'm going to call you Bill. Okay? This is from a fellow, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to call you Bill, honey. That isn't a good way. What you do is you just don't see the person anymore rather than
No,
getting
I actually
even.
think this is from a lady. And yes,
It
and she's
is?
talking about her online date,
Okay.
her online person, and I think we'll call him Bill.
Okay, well, I missed that. I thought they're going out. It's not online. They may be meeting online, but they're
Right.
going out. He was going out with people. Okay. Oh, thank you for helping me understand what I'm reading. The reasoning why his ex and him broke things up, she cheated on him with a few guys. Okay. And he never knew. And later cut ties altogether after that. Good. It doesn't end there, though. He says him and her did fight. So when she would get mad because he wouldn't take her out when she wanted him to, he wouldn't pay attention to her, and he would flirt with other girls. Bad. Only because he thought she was cheating on him. Yeah, but that isn't how you do it. And she thought he was cheating on her. It got out of hand, and he only flirted because it made him feel better about himself. But it keeps going, as he then says how he suffers from depression, self-esteem issues, trust issues, commitment issues, clinging issues, so much so that it's driven girls away from him. Then it ends up going back to him saying how he doesn't know how to date because it has been so long. It being 2 years since he has been single, and since he hasn't been very active in the dating scene, he doesn't have the skills to date again. This isn't true. I'm just saying that. And I'm going to continue to call him Bill. And this woman is going to be Anne. How's that, Anne?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that okay, Lee? Okay. Hope I remember it. He says that he doesn't like being alone, but he'd rather be alone because he knows how much of a jerk, failure, and not good enough he is to someone. Oh, no. He says he isn't happy with his life. He feels like he has nothing to offer in a relationship. He says every kiss is awkward. He doesn't feel like he's doing well with me, but he keeps going back and forth, going right back to him saying how I am pretty sexy. Oh, why wouldn't he want to do stuff? He feels guilty about wanting to do things and having sex with me, but here's the thing. I am not having sex with him because I am saving myself for marriage, because I want to. Okay. So he says how it's been 2 years that he hasn't done anything, and he just doesn't know how to make it happen anymore or what to really do. It then goes back to him and I dating one another. He says him and I don't have anything in common. He doesn't know what we will do on our dates. There's a lot of uncertainty about what we will do, like go to the movies, go to a concert, whatever. He doesn't know what to do or what to say. There's a lot of silence between us as well. It goes on, I don't think this is so long. It goes on and on about how he's not very good at keeping to what he's supposed to do, how he never replies to messages, text messages, social media messages, email messages as he should, like he receives them, but he never responds to them right away. He rather ignores them. Then addresses them when he is not lazy. He knows he is lazy and that he plain old sucks at communication and communicating in general. He says he wants to date me. He just doesn't know how to date me. He doesn't feel confident when he's with me. He doesn't want to end it with me. He just isn't sure on if he is good enough to keep me up with it all. He isn't happy with his life, and he says it isn't easy to be in a real relationship. He's panicked about everything, and again, doesn't know how to date. It's so much different now, and that he's damaged from his previous relationship. I understand that, by the way, being damaged by a previous relationship. And this and that going on with his life. He can be confident, but only sometimes. He is trying to get past his own shortcomings. He is just down about life. He feels he puts so much into his own life, but he never gets anywhere type of feeling. Anywhere type of feeling. Okay. He says he works, he owns his own home and car, and may be doing better than some, but he knows that he should be better than this, better than what he is currently doing. So when it comes down to it all, why is it that when it comes to all of these dating websites and apps in today's society, that a lot of guys and probably girls, that they go on these dating sources with all these issues, baggage, and drama, and not tell the person right off the bat, oh, come on, Ann, or bring all of this with them and then drop it onto the person. It then messes up the person. They are dating's head, and then they aren't so sure if they should continue dating this individual or cut them loose. What do you think of my situation? Should I give this guy a chance, or should I run away while I still can, even though he says he wants marriage? No. Where did that come from? Okay, that's cute. And, okay, Lee, what do
Oh,
you think, hon?
I feel like I've been on a roller coaster that keeps going back to start. Kinda.
Really?
Um, okay, it was very interesting when you said, or when she also said, he was damaged from a previous relationship. So, my my thinking is this all the result of the previous relationship? And
Oh, are you
I'm
asking
asking
me
you
the
the question.
question? Okay. Um, Maybe from lots of relationships or lots of dating, and from a childhood where he didn't have a lot of self-confidence. We make it, okay, Lynn's going to say something. We make mistakes with our children when we raise them by not loving them exactly the way they are. Boy, that's so important. I love what I just said. You guys, if you were not loved unconditionally and it's accepted by your parents for being exactly the way you were when you were little, what a smart little boy you are. Oh, honey, I love you so much. Look how smart you are. What a pretty little girl. And you're smart, too. Honey, I love you so much. You're my favorite little girl. Okay? We need to treat our children that way, and if we don't, we will get a fellow like this fellow, and also Anne too, as well. Anne's got some stuff going on too. If we don't love our children exactly the way they are, we need to accept our children, and it doesn't happen, especially because of birth order. The first child is a hero and is extremely important and knows everything. The second child messes everything up. And I don't know what Bill, did I say Bill? Yeah, I don't know which birth order Bill is in, but he wasn't accepted by his parents as being wonderful just the way he was. And if you'll remember back when I was talking about my second grandson, who was not being accepted by my daughter for being just great the way he was, and he would go into his room sobbing, I would go in there with him and sit and tell him how wonderful he was, how he was just the neatest kid I'd ever known in my life. And he'd go, Grandma, Mommy doesn't think so. And I'd say, but she will, honey. So I'm talking to you right now about, because Bill and some Anne is a living example of what happens when that goes on. And your children. I wish that I could stop every single parent that I run into in big shopping centers, because I see it all the time. The kid who's younger, there's an older child, the kid who's younger is acting up. It happens all the time. Look at what Prince Harry was doing. Yeah,
Mhm.
Prince Harry. What's the first
Charles.
prince's name?
William.
Prince William. Prince William is the hero. Prince Harry was. He's doing really well now, and he's got a woman who loves him and that he loves. But he was blowing it, and he was acting up, and it's only because he was the second born. So, anyway, okay. So that's what's going on with Bill. And my heart just goes out for him. And what you can do, and what you can do, of course you can keep on going. He doesn't, he's not saying he wants marriage with you. He's saying that he wants to get married. That's nice. And it's nice that he said it. I think your situation, because you say, what do you think of my situation? listen, how do you feel about him? Do you like him? Do you enjoy doing things with him? Start out slow. I don't think he's not good dating material. Not at all. He's there and he wants to. He got hurt. The first fellow who I ended up marrying, and it's not the first fellow I ever dated, but the first fellow that I had problems with, Joe, my daughter's father. Here comes the cat. I hear him. Anyway, he had, before he and I knew each other, he had walked into his best friend and his girlfriend having an affair, and it just about killed him. And consequently, he didn't trust me. He was scared to death. But the thing is, it did come from his childhood and the way his mother raised him too. Because I know how he was raised. She was always laughing at him and putting him down and saying, "You are a total waste of time," and saying things like that. He was a great guy, and he ended up extremely successful. Good for him. But it was a struggle in the beginning because he didn't trust me. And that's what's going on, Anne. You know, if he's someone that you want to continue to see, please do it. You know, there's nothing wrong with this fellow. He'll change with time. He's scared. This is called fear. Fear of getting hurt. Do you agree?
I agree.
Lee? Yeah? Do you? It's fear of getting hurt. And what that will do for you, Anne, is take away any fear you have of getting hurt. Because if anybody gets hurt, it's going to be him, not you, in this relationship. So it will cause you to feel kind of strong, maybe in a way that you haven't felt as much in other relationships. No, you decide what you want to do. And I don't think this has anything to do with the internet. I don't. Do you? Am I making a mistake there?
No, I don't think so. I think you're right on. And
okay.
I'm very thankful to hear that you said love and accept your children exactly the way they are. I think that's a very good message.
Oh, Lee, it's so important. What I said to my daughter right then, and she sure didn't want to hear it, but I said, "Honey, baby," I was trying to be just as gentle as I could. I couldn't stand to see what was happening to my younger grandson. I said, "Honey, listen to me. If you keep on pushing him away the way you are going to harm him for the rest of his life. Please, please, please stop, honey." And my daughter's response to me was to mind my own business. But it was just so hard to watch. It broke my heart. So I understood that. I'm saying this to those of you who have grandchildren that you can have help, because you can do that. Lee, I'm going to talk about other things. Are we
no, we
almost
still
out
have
of
some time.
Okay. So what you can do, grandparents, I do not support you trying to get in a position where you're raising your grandchildren. I don't agree with that. And the reason that I don't is because the most important people in your grandchildren's life are their parents. And no matter how much some of you want it to be you, because you don't like what their parents are doing to your grandchildren, it doesn't matter. The most important people in your grandchildren's lives are their parents. And no amount of anything that you can do is going to change that. And it's the way it should be. So what you do is exactly what I did, which is I would go in, tell my little grandchild how wonderful he was, how much I loved him, and how much his mommy and daddy were going to be there for him. Maybe not now, but soon, because how could they not love a little boy like him, as wonderful as he was? My whole job was to support his mom and dad and tell him that they did love him. They just didn't know how to show it right now. Do whatever I could to help that child, and I swear to you, he's the most wonderful kid in the world. And he wouldn't have been before they were even talking about putting him on medication so that he would simmer down. I said, please don't do that. Please don't do that. And my daughter agreed with me. She didn't want it done. Thank God. I mean, he didn't need it. What he needed and what most children, some children do need meds, but not near the amount of children that we're giving them to. So, it's all about love.
Yes,
Lee, it's all about love. And with this fellow, Bill, that I've called Bill, you sure know a lot about Bill and his background. Just start with Bill now. Be his friend. Support him. He needs it. He got hurt. The woman that he was with before was dating other guys. Can you imagine how painful that was? So what I want you to say to him when this comes up, or bring it up yourself. You know, Bill, I can't imagine how you went through that with her. That must have been the most horrible thing in the world. And it had nothing to do with you, Bill. You're a neat guy. I like you. Aha. Do you hear? I love what I just did. Look at what I used to say to my grandson. What you're doing is saying almost the same thing to Bill, and he needs to hear it. And you're not treating him like he's a child. You're treating him like he's someone who's special and important. I cannot tell you how I treated my daughter's father. We got married a year later. We had our daughter, our wonderful daughter. But before we got married, Joe there were times when he was so insecure, and his insecurity came out by him not trusting me. And I go, honey, I swear to you, I would never go out on you. Why would I? I'm happy with you. And it didn't take hold, but eventually it did for him. And then he became successful at the big company he was working at. Geez. Yeah. We didn't stay married that long, but it was okay. We were married for 10 years. Okay.
yes.
That's it. Lee, what do you think?
Good advice. Good advice. And I appreciate everything you said. I'm still thinking about it. I've still got, well,
What are you thinking about? What's
I don't think we got time to go through my hesitation.
It's okay.
No, we don't. We don't have time.
Just a little bit.
I was, rethinking if I could find the spot where he says every kiss is awkward.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't think he's a good kisser. Thank you for bringing that up.
That was something I was just rethinking. Mm-hmm.
He's hurting. He got so mistreated by this ex-girlfriend and probably by his parents a long time ago. Okay, can I say something about that? Because I think that's important.
Okay.
Kissing is very important. Kiss him, man. Just kiss him gently. Kiss him on the cheek. Then kiss him on the neck and then get excited. It's okay. You don't have to kiss on the mouth yet. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Just kiss him and say, oh, I think you are just the most wonderful person. And help him. Okay, I'm done. I'm glad you said that, Lee, because that was important, and I had skipped over it. Kissing
Okay.
is
Kissing is
important.
important. I like that.
It is. I'm thinking about the first time I ever got kissed. Oh, Lord. I thought I couldn't breathe. So I pushed him away and gasped for breath. Oh, oh shoot. Okay. I had a good time
Oh,
with
so
you,
do
Lee. I
I.
just love doing
And
this.
thank you, Anne. We appreciate you writing it.
Yes. Oh, yes. And
Yes,
thank
you
you for
did.
writing. You wrote a
And
good letter. And keep on
yes,
writing
we
back to
do.
us. We love you.
And we, Aunt Lynn and I, will be back again tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Until then, remember, it's always about love. And we love you. Amen. Bye-bye, everyone.
Amen.